Quick question. Whose face is on the $20 bill? Well, for a long time, and right now, this guy, the late President Andrew Jackson, the first great president who came up from nothing, the first president of the people. Controversial figure because of how he dealt with American Indians back in the frontier days, and there's been a movement to get him off the $20 bill. A lot of feminists have been leading this Get a Woman on the 20 campaign, and they just held a poll as who ought to be on the 20 replacing Andrew Jackson. And the winner was Harriet Tubman, who did all kinds of wonderful things as an ex-slave during the Civil War era, helped free a lot of slaves along the Underground Railroad, fought for women to get the vote, etc. And she edged out FDR's wife, the late Eleanor Roosevelt. We had a lot of phone calls on whether or not Andy Jackson's time has come and gone and he ought to be off the 20. My stand on this has never changed. As long as we've had paper money in this country, the requirement to have your face on it has been you're either an iconic founding father, that's Franklin on the 100, Alexander Hamilton on the 10, or you're a former president of some repute. The likes of Abraham Lincoln on the 5, George Washington on the 1 come immediately to mind. That needs to be the threshold for getting your face on paper money as we go forward. This is not anti-woman. This is just, hey, until we have a great female president who's, by the way, dead, because you don't get on the paper money, at least in our history, unless you have already expired. Unless we get there, we need to stay exactly where we are with the iconic founding fathers and the presidents who have been on our money for longer than any of us can remember. And he's still my guy, and that's why. Join me for the next edition of Bud Hedinger Live Thursday morning here on the 50,000-watt front porch. Among other things, we're going to have our weekly house call for my Dr. Ken Cronehouse. Comes up at 20 after 8 on Thursday morning. It is breaking health and medical news you'll get nowhere else and you don't want to miss. Until then, have a wonderful Wednesday. And join us 6 to 9 tomorrow morning right here on News Radio 102.5 WFLA FM and still on AM 540.